check tonight. NBA playoff action continues. It's Game 2 of the Western Conference semifinals. It's the Los Angeles Clippers. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. So the Clippers win the tip. Now George. And Harden comes to help. Man. Green left side. Shakes him. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Now Westbrook. B-Train.
That's a quick foul to pick up here in the opening quarter.
And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And so here are the Clippers. Pass to Leonard. Lots of room. Here's Green. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. He's got 5.
That's outstanding hang-time improvisation right there.
Now it's sent it down to Doris Burke, who is able to catch up with Coach Doc Rivers. And here's George. A 3-ball. Can't hit.
Oh, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
First quarter, just over a minute played. And is out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Man. Pass to Leonard. Back to George. Here's Leonard. Shot clock at 5. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Green misses the layup.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim. I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
On defense, the Rockets. Pass to George. Outside, Green. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Outside, George. Now here's Leonard. Fires the 3. That's good.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
B-Train. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. 9 points in the game so far.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Man. Back to George. Right side, George. Right side, Leonard. Nails the 16-footer.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
The Rockets trailing. B-Train. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And this will be his second and third shots to the line here. First one falls for him. And the Clippers making a switch here. He's perfect from the line this time. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And there's a whistle that goes on B-Train. That's his first foul. Man. Poked away. Shoots the 3. And here's Leonard. 5 points in the game. Pass to George. Here's Morris. Morris inside. It's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. The Rockets making a switch here. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Now here's Leonard. Misses the rim. He had him with that comfort.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Pass to George. Hangs. And he was fouled on the way out. 2 free throws now for him. It's his first trip to the line. The first one called. And the Clippers making a change here. And George drops them both. Beyond the arc. That is good. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Rockets ahead, and we'll get the second quarter underway on the other. It's the NBA playoffs. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action here in this game 2. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys. The Clippers trail. And there's a whistle that goes on B-Train. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
And the Clippers have possession. Pass to George. Lets it go from 14. And he gets it to go. B-Train. The basket drops and gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Pass to George. Expanding his range. No good.
That's certainly not who I expected to corral that rebound.
B-Train brings home the trifecta. He's got 17.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Man. They get it back. The second chance effort, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Houston in the lead. B-Train. B-Train. And there's a whistle that goes on B-Train. That's his third foul of the game.
Already he's looking at his third foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the third quarter.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Number 25. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. B-Train. And he makes the first. And the Clippers making a change here. And good on the second, so he makes them both. It's stolen. Here's the break. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. Here's George. Down low. Man. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
That's the way to work the ball in close to the hoop, guys.
B-Train. McLemore with the ball. From downtown, and another three for Houston. Now, here is George. Pass to Magruder. Back to George. To the inside. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. He has 5.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, he's managed to turn it around nicely this quarter.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And the Clippers making a change here. Pass to Harden. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Here's Green. 5 points in the game. They get a hand on it. B-Train.
Watch out below. Run for cover, young fella.
Back to George. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. B-Train. Again, the Rockets score.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Pass to Green. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
That is not a difficult pass. You think they could keep it in back.
And the Clippers making a switch here. And here are the Rockets. B-Train. Back to Westbrook. B-Train. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. He's got 27.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
And there's a whistle that goes on B-Train. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That foul is really going to hurt him in the second half. I mean, he's got to sit, and they have to be off the floor for a long time, and they'll miss everything he brings to their team. I mean, he's active, he's aggressive, he's smart, he's tough. I mean, they're going to miss his presence again.
Have the space there, but it's offline. Here's George. And no good trying to get that one. And that does it for the first half of play. Like it's a... Thanks for joining us again as we get set to continue our broadcast of the Western Conference semifinals. What a game we're seeing from B-Train. And that one's good. He has hurt it.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Back to Green. Takes it off the glass.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Harden with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Making a long pass like that is always a risky proposition.
Man. Poke loose. One-on-one fast break. B-Train. Paul George grabs the miss. Harden can't hit. And here are the Clippers. Trailing by 13. Pass to George. Four on the clock. Hero. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
You know, you can give a defender a lot of trouble if you're consistent with that turnaround jumper. It's almost impossible to block.
And he gets it to go as the foul foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
They think that kind of defense is going to get it done against him. They're mistaken.
It's tipped. And so here are the Clippers. It's a 13-point game. Pass to George. Fast break, here we go. B-Train. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions here.
And there's a whistle that goes on B-Train. That's his fifth foul.
That's really a tough call. One you don't like to see, but it was called, and now he's got to really make sure that he's on top of his game here in regards to not picking up another foul. That was his fifth right there.
Back to Green. No good. Pushing it up. And the Clippers making a change here. B-Train. Harden can't hit. Left side, Leonard. Outside, George. Takes a three. And that one's good. He's got 7. Now Harden. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. B-Train. That drops.
What a top-notch game he's had. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Here's Leonard. Blocked. He's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. And the Clippers making a switch here. Hero. And he banks into late.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
The Clippers grab the miss. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And the Clippers making a change here. They double him with George. Shakes off the strong D and hit the bucket for 2. He's got 36.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Now, here's Green. Chandler with the rebound.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
There's the block. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Outside, George. And the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a three-point play. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. Here's the lob to the hoop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. There's the three. Oh, that's it! And that's going to do it for the third quarter. The Rockets on. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And we'll... Here's Leonard. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
They're doing their best to erase the deficit here with some smart passes and some good shooting. I mean, those two things go hand in hand. If you're going to make shots, then the passes have to be on target and on time.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. The lead is 2. That is good. He has 38 in the game.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Right side Green. Right side Green. George. Count the basket and the foul. It's going to be on James Harden.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Leonard brings the double team. B-Train. They set the screen. Shot clock at 6. Here's Tucker. B-Train. Again, the Rockets score. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Back to George. To the middle. Zubats. No good. And here's Westbrook. His first shot coming late. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
And it's all evened up.
He's one of the guys they don't mind taking the three in transition when he's that open. He's lethal out there.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Harden. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Outside Leonard to take the lead. Rockets with the rebound. Here's Tucker. B-Train. But they recover. The Rockets again can't hit. Outside Leonard. Gives him the lead pass. That puts them in the lead.
You know, with all the shots they've knocked down here in the second half, their field goal percentage has crossed the 50% mark.
Here's Tucker. B-Train. Terrific design on the quick play. He lays it in. And he has 42.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Left side Leonard. From downtown. Buries it from outside. Now, here is Harden. B-Train. B-Train. Insane shot. It's blocked. Leonard with the ball. Pass to George. Man. And again, it's the Clippers from deep. Game could be on the line right here.
It's basically now or never for them.
Tough position. And they go to the intentional foul. And the Clippers making a switch here. And now we've got the intentional foul. That's the first, Nick. And so both free throws are good.
That was a critical trip to the stripe. They have a two-possession lead now.
Here's Westbrook. On deep. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
He's such a clutch shooter, Kevin. He just lives for the big shot.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. Good on the first in that. And so he drops them both. It's a timeout call for Rockets. Guys, what do you think? B-Train. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. First free throw is good, and that... And he gets both free throws here. So now...
Absolutely massive free throw. That'll force them into a three-point attack.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Here's Tucker. The three. The three won't fall. And an intentional foul there stops the clock. He drops the first one. So he gets them both.
And that's exactly how you close the game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Off on that one. So the Clippers with